Hi, today I want to do another foundation demo review video. This won't be a first impression video because I've already tried this particular foundation like once or twice, so I have a pretty good opinion on how what I think of it. It's basically the new Too Faced Born This Way with this undetectable medium to full coverage foundation, and I got this as a deluxe samples from Sephora. So basically this deluxe sample size product I got from Sephora with purchase has 5 milliliter of product inside, which depends on how much you use. It probably can last me for a couple of usage. Like I said, I only use this twice. Well, I think twice or 3 times so far, and I don't really use a lot of it. I think I use maybe like almost a full pump, so I think there's still some product left in this. I got this shade in light beige. Of course, it says that there are 12 shades in total, from the lightest to the deepest. It doesn't look like the deepest shade is like that deep, at least from the back of this particular card. But it seems like the lightest shade seems pretty light, so I don't know. But it says this oil-free foundation masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin. Coverage so undetectable and skin so naturally radiant, they'll think you were born this way. And it's supposed to be an oil-free product. This doesn't have any SPF in it, so just keep that in mind. And I believe the full-size bottle, sorry if I don't have the full-size bottle, but you probably already seen saw enough of those videos, review videos on the YouTube, and then also on blogs, so you know that the actual bottle is probably in like foggy looking like glass bottle, which is pretty nice because you can actually see the shade. But with any foundations, it's always nice to try out a bit of it like in the store. Anyways, I got light beige. Initially I thought that this might be a little bit too tan for me. Even when I squeeze this out on the back of my hand, it seems like it's a little bit tanner than my complexion. I know it's summertime and I usually get a bit of a tan, and but the thing is that my legs and thighs are like pasty color, like just pasty, so usually my arms get more tan. So as you can see, if I forget to wear sunscreen, I get tanned on my arms right away. And to match my neck is a lot more yellow, undertoned. So and you can see that for my face, I do have pink undertone, on my cheeks area, in this area, a little bit here. And then the rest of my face is kind of yellow undertone, so I have very uneven skin tone. So since this is not initial kind of thoughts on this product, I did apply base. Usually when I do foundation reviews, I don't really apply anything underneath the foundation, unless it's except for a moisturizer. But because this is not a first impression type of video, I apply the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Anti-Aging Mattifying Lotion. When I initially got an email from Too Faced website about this product, how now a lot of the serum type of foundation, no makeup type of serum foundations are on the market. I thought this will be one of those serum type of air lightweight foundation. However, this is not. It's actually let me just squeeze it out. So it's actually a cream, it's a liquid foundation, and it's just a little bit runny compared to the serum foundation. Serum foundation is a lot thinner, and then this is to me, I feel like this is just a standard liquid foundation, because of the consistency and the weight that I feel on my face. It's not I guess it's a little bit lighter weight than normal liquid foundation, but all the liquid foundations are now on the markets are pretty lightweight, you know, because of all the new inventions of like when it comes to foundations. So as you can see, light beige looks a lot more tan. This one is so much warmer than my normal type of light beige that I'm used to. So that's why I was scared when I first initially pumped on the back of my hand. I'm like, oh my god, this looks like I don't know, this almost looks like a tan, you know, like a light tan or warm beige for me. But the thing is that once I applied it on my face, whether using a brush or fingertips, it actually blends in pretty seamlessly, and it matches my neck pretty well. And I thought that maybe it will oxidize, you know, throughout the day, and then I would turn into like an orange mess. But it didn't oxidize on my face, and it stayed put really well. I think it's supposed to be like a long wearing type of thing, but they said it's a medium to full coverage foundation. I've only used this like with one layer. I didn't really try to go over and cover it up, so I believe that this is sort of like a medium coverage. And of course right now I'm using a damp beauty blender. This is the first time I'm using damp beauty blender, so I think I'm actually shearing out the coverage even more. But I don't think it's like that much of a full coverage foundation, because when I applied it, even with like fingertips or brush, it gave me just like nice sort of like a medium coverage. I think this foundation is pretty good. You know, as you can see, when I apply it on my face, it actually doesn't look orange and doesn't look too warm like how it looked on the back of my hand. So I was really relieved, because I was just so worried. I was like, oh my god, how am I supposed to wear this? And then I was like, okay, you know, if this doesn't work out, that means I have to go to the store, go to Sephora, and then try another shade, and then maybe get a full bottle, or maybe get a sample size. I don't know, I feel like it's, you know, I was really excited for this foundation, because I was like, oh man, you know, Too Faced has great product, and then I'm sure this foundation will be great. And then since they claim that it's gonna be you know, like pretty much like a no makeup type of effect, but it still gives you that like medium to full coverage type of, you know, like effect, then I was like really excited. But as you can see, just use this dabbing the one pump. I did one pump. I didn't emphasize the you know, fine lines, dry patches or anything. It just gives me a really nice kind of like a even medium, light to medium coverage, depends on how you use this, how you apply this. I do like the fact that this is a liquid foundation, so it's like doesn't matter how you use different kind of method, it still works, because it does blend into the skin seamlessly. It takes like really little to no effort to apply this foundation. But the thing is that I'm not like super wowed by it, because there are so many types of foundations out in the market that are like innovative, that are different, that provides like same amount type of like effect and coverage and all that stuff. I don't know, I feel like this is a great foundation if you're looking for something that's a little bit like higher end, but that's not too high end, so the price range is kind of like in between. And then I never photographed this, you know, with my phone, so I don't really know how it looks, but it does look good on, you know, on the camera, so I believe that it will photograph well too. And I like the fact that it gives like a, I don't know, like what they said, like your skin, you know, but better. It's kind of like the Makeup Forever HD foundation. The claim is kind of the same. Basically, it's like you're not wearing any makeup. It's like it's your own natural skin, but with like good amount of coverage. So I feel like this foundation is the same way. I like the fact that, you know, it's a liquid foundation, but it's not like super heavy, and it's transfer free. Like, I love a transfer free foundation. I can't stand foundations that transfers. It does give a bit of a natural glow. I wouldn't say it's like a dewy finish, because it's not like super dewy, super shiny, but you can still see that my face has dimension to it. You know, it's not like super flat. So and it doesn't really feel like it's like a satiny finish either. So it's definitely a natural finish for me. I like the fact that I look like this does look like my own skin, and doesn't look like I'm really wearing anything. Like, if I give you a close-up, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, I can't cover up the bumps, and the freckles are still there, still visible. This is just one layer, and some of the red, you know, like pimples or whatever, it's still there. But you can always fix that with you know, concealer. But I do like how it kind of just even up my skin tone, and it gives me a very, very natural finish. Would I buy a full size of this foundation? I'm not sure, because like I said, I have other favorites of mine, you know, both from the drugstore and from high-end brands. So I don't think I would necessarily go out and get a full-size bottle of this. Like, for me to buy a full-size bottle of foundation, it has to be something that I really like. I mean, I recommend this foundation for anyone who's a fan of Too Faced foundation, who's a fan of natural looking foundation, who's a fan of liquid foundation without SPF, who's a fan of oil-free foundations, because this is oil-free, so it won't clog your pores, and it should be good for, you know, like combination to oily skin type and acne prone type of skin. I also recommend this foundation to, I don't know, to people who just generally are interested in trying out different foundations. But is it necessarily to go out buy in full bottle? Not really. I suggest you just get a sample from Sephora, or maybe go on the Too Faced website, and I believe they're still giving out foundation samples. I'm not sure. Don't mark my word on that. But I believe it's good always just to get a sample and try it out and see if you like it. But I can't guarantee that I will never purchase a full-size bottle of this foundation, because I do like the look. I do like how it's long wearing. It doesn't like crack, separate. Like, I like how this foundation doesn't crack and separate throughout the day, even when it's like hot outside or things like that, because I was like really nervous, because I was like, oh my god, it's so hot now. It's definitely gonna, you know, gather up and separate on my face, but it didn't, and it wore out throughout the day, like really nicely. So for that aspect of it, I think this is a good foundation. Just that for now, I'm not going to go and get a full bottle, full size of it, and I think I'm pretty good just using this little guy here. And but I do like how it looks, and I do like the fact that it matches my neck. So and it doesn't oxidize, so that's really great. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review and demo video, and if you try this foundation, let me know how you think of it. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.